and I can't fuck with snakes. I ain't all the way back from my people, I pray I was searching for fame. I'm finna turn up and get they ass a taste. I thought I was good, they screaming my name. I'm everywhere like I'm the Chicago way.
All right. Now let us know who we got in the Chicago way today.
We got Wala. You already know. Long live Lil Ron.
Wala. How you coming, gang?
I'm cooling right now, bro. Bless. How you coming?
And same shit here. Now, by the time this interview come out, I'm gonna make sure I let it be known out here. My camera is off because right now we all are in the house doing this shit. So, like we all in different states, time zones and shit. Everybody got their shit together but me. I gotta clean my background here, y'all. So don't get mad at me because my camera ain't on, folks. It's all good. At the end of the day, y'all came to see Wala, not me.
Right.
Yeah. On top of that, and on top of that, we made it know. I think we made it on. There's two people on the Chicago Wave today, and two people that's on the Chicago Wave in general. And now you're finally getting to see who both of us doing interviews. So y'all should get the vibe of both of us, man.
Yeah, that's like the first time both of us are like doing an interview together.
Sure. So I'm glad I could be the first one to do that with y'all. You feel?
For sure.
Yeah, blessing to have you, especially since you were day one.
Like, yeah, for sure.
I would like to say you were day one, of course.
Yeah, no, shit, I am. Shit, we've been supporting y'all the same way how y'all been supporting us, you know.
For sure. Yeah. And there's not a lot of people that can say that. Like some people want to come around 2023 trying to talk about I was there since y'all had X amount of followers. Like, bro, I didn't see you DM us nowhere. For where was you?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, I think, man, you know, it go back all the way to when it first like the first year y'all started.
Which was
ooh, don't get me wrong on that one. It was either I was locked up in 2018, so it couldn't have been 2018.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I want to say it was 2020.
Yeah, that's close enough. Like the Chicago Wave was in Brandon since 2019. So like when you do your homework on us, we was originally the drill scene, but it's safe to say we started in 2019.
I was about to say that. I was gonna say that when I used to DM the page, it was another name.
Yeah. And I'm glad I reminded you too.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. But all right, let's get it cracking. You could have been on DJU, you could have been on 16 Shop, you could have been on Corporate Media Cartel, you could have been on Can Capone, and you could have been on any other platform, but you fucking with the wave, so I appreciate you for that.
Man, you already know, man. I'm fucking with the wave, man.
Yep, and the wave fucking with you.
For sure, that's love, man.
All right.
Just to like start off, man.
You want to get started, Nick?
Yeah. I'm gonna just ask you, man. Like, where are you from?
Me, I'm from Chicago. I'm from the east side of Chicago, 65th and Stony Island.
65th and Stony Island. All right. So, how's it like growing up there?
Man, it was vicious shit. I ain't gonna lie. Back then, yeah, cause see, it was always GDs right there, and then it was always Stones right there. Cause back then, if you do your homework or do your research, it used to be called Murder Town. You feel me? That was from that was from like, you know, that was everything right there all the way to Cottage, including Dro City. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
So yeah, I come from the Murder Town side. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that just surprised me because I only heard about one Murder Town over here, but shit, all right.
What you mean? You talking about 39th?
Yep, 39th exactly.
Nah, do your research or do your homework on Murder Town Gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Do your homework on that. That's the whole MTG used to be from like Cottage to damn near Stony. You feel me? Everybody used to be together like back then because I had went to Wadsworth. You know what I'm saying? That's a grammar school right there. That's like where everybody from Dro City went to Wadsworth. Then they went to Hyde Park from there. I went to Hyde Park too, though. You know what I'm saying? So I went to Hyde Park and I went to South Shore. So that's how I'm known on the whole east side because I went to both the main schools over there.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna do some homework on that one while Nick do research. But is there anyone else? Like, it's safe to say that you are OG from your block. So, is there any more OGs out there representing like you, or know the history? I should say.
On the who?
The history of your Murder Town.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, you know, a lot of those guys passed away, and then that shit turned to other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like now, I think it's called Hood Gang, and then Dro City is broken up into Young Money and a bunch of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it's still other people like my age that's still out. You feel me? Like,
All right, bet. Well, overall, like now that we got an idea on where you're from, like what was it like growing up over there for you?
well, it wasn't really bad. You know what I'm saying? Like bad for me. You feel me? But it was bad in the area, of course. But I don't know. It's just where I had grew up at. It was some guys out there that had showed structure. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of come from that era. Like, okay, it was
Okay.
some structure out there.
All right. So basically, back then when it was like structure, would you say like it was like better compared to now, as far as that
Yeah,
side?
yeah, because like back then, if something happened, even amongst us, like whoever we hanging with, it was always a big brother that you can go tell what's going on, and then they'll stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a few times. I remember like I used to be hanging with my homeboys. They stayed next door to me. You know what I'm saying? Free Dwight. Folks locked up right now. Still, he been locked up like 20 years. You feel me? Got 20 more to go, but me and his little brother, we used to always fight a lot, you know what I'm saying? But they lived next door. They was my friends. So I used to always like the guys that be standing on the corner, like my big homies, they'll hear about it. So then versus back then and now, like if that happened right now, wouldn't nobody got in the way and stop nothing. Me and that nigga would have just probably killed each other.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
back then, them niggas, man, once they found out that we getting into it, man, they start fucking both of us up. You know what I'm saying? Like they like, yeah, y'all live next to door to each other, y'all be hanging together, y'all shouldn't be fighting. Y'all supposed to be fighting other people that's trying to do something to y'all. You know what I'm
All right.
saying? So that was the difference.
All right, and I like the sound of that because a lot of people need that, at least from this generation nowadays. At least I
Most
say,
definitely.
Yeah,
yeah.
facts.
But another thing that I did some homework on was when I actually did homework on another rapper by the name of Take Capone, and he spoke highly about where he grows up in all his interviews. But one thing specifically he said that stood out to me was before it was quote unquote gang banging, it was school banging. Meaning my school and two of your school, a little funny shit like that. So like, you ever participate in school banging activities?
Man, you already know. Shit, I went to Hyde Park. So when I went to Hyde Park back then, see, I was supposed to be, class of '07, I was supposed to graduate. So I got to Hyde Park in 2003. So back then in 2003, the main two things was Dro City versus the Moles. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because basically it'll be the Moles from off 62nd and Kimbart, they right there, and then it'll be the Moles from off Cottage Grove, 63rd. They'll click up with them, and then they'll go against the Dro City people or whatever.
Well, what about the schools? Like, what was it like?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Everybody was in the same school, basically, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My bad. I ain't understand what
Oh,
you
so
said.
like, so y'all didn't even go against other schools. Y'all went against each other in the same school.
Yeah, but then we used to get involved in that too. Like when I used to go to Hyde Park, we would get into it with Kenwood. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause
Mm.
they'll ride the bus. But when I didn't really get off into that until I had ended up going to South Shore. When I went to South Shore, man, I had ended up getting locked up for some stuff like that. Man, I was like 17. It was some kids coming on the bus, and then I think we had pep rally. So that day we was turned. We was outside 200 deep. Whole time the bus come past and they like, yeah, they go some people on there with some CVS IDs. They'll tuck their IDs in when they ride past the bus stop. So then we get on the bus and get to fighting them. And then man, my homie, he knocked the bus driver out. So then man, I get off the bus, I get
Damn.
away and everything. Then some just tell me like the bus driver get off talking crazy. My homie and them get the bus in the window. My dumb ass bust a window too. And then the police, as soon as I bust the window, they was right there, like walking up. I ain't even see them.
Damn, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
So,
said y'all was into it with Kenwood, right?
Nah, when I went to Hyde Park, we would be into it with Kenwood. But when I went to South Shore, we'd be into it with CVS.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
okay. So like
Like,
when you
do
got
your
locked
homework on
up,
what school I went to, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, it was turf back then. What you was saying, gang?
Yeah, oh, go ahead, Nick. My bad.
Yeah, I was saying like when you got locked up, how long was you locked up for?
Man, you talking about back then or just in general?
Just back then.
Back then, I was locked up for just probably like it was just mate, what is it, 8 hours I think. I got locked
Mm.
up after school at 3 o'clock and I got out at 1 that night. So
Damn.
about 8 hours.
All right.
Yeah, then I didn't tell my mom or nothing, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, ain't know about
Man, who would tell their mom though?
Exactly. Like,
yeah, I couldn't even tell her that.
Yeah, but you want to know something? Like we also did an interview with these upcoming rappers by in a rap group by the name of YFG, and they're minors, like all of them either 18 or younger. And it's like, why I asked them about something similar, like if you believe that if you're a minor and you're doing quote unquote street activities and something like that, you should tell your OG. They believe that that's what you have to do because whether it's good or bad, your mom gonna understand you. So it's like,
Yeah,
for you
yeah,
not
no.
telling your mama that, do you wish you could take it back and just told her the truth about everything?
Yeah, for sure. But see, it was like it was different though, cause where I jumped off the porch at is my hood. So anytime I did something bad, even if I didn't want her to know about it, it got right back to her anyways, like real fast. You know what I'm
Someone
saying?
was snitching on you.
Somebody, yeah, yeah. I wouldn't even say snitching. They was just, trying to have my best interest at that time in life.
All right, that's a nice way to put it.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna put them down like that because the people that was quote unquote snitching, they was family members, close friends to the family. Like,
Mm.
they just probably didn't want me out there.
Yeah.
But when I had jumped off the porch, I jumped off fast. So it was like, man, I just wanted some money. Like, you feel me? So,
So like when your family was like letting your mom know like about everything that was going on, could you say like they was giving you guidance or they were just simply letting your mom know what was going on?
yeah, yeah, both. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause if they let my mom know, she gonna get me on the back end. But then the people that was like, snitching on me, when they'll bump back into me, they will give me little gems like, it's not what you do, it's how you do it, or whatever back then. So they were putting me down. They definitely put me on game.
All right.
All right. Well, overall, to close out on the topic of school banging, growing up, and where you from, is there any final remarks, any comments, or any special shout outs you would like to give or say about your block?
Oh man, long live everybody we lost, man. 6'5" and Stony. You feel me? Long live Lil Ron.
Mm-hmm. For sure that. Wait. Lil Ron was from there too?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, Lil Ron wasn't from there, but he moved over there, so he pretty much was from there. Ron,
Oh, okay. All
Lil Ron was from the hundreds, but they moved on the block, and then, but when they moved on the block, they moved on the block like his teenage years. So that's kind of like that's where you from.
right. That's a nice way to put it. That's a nice way to put it. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know what? I'm gonna get back to Lil Ron in a second, but I'm just keep going real quick.
Mhm.
First off, you were supposed to be here when we interviewed this nigga, but
Yeah.
Vans, he's also from that same hood you from, which is crazy. And I ain't gonna lie, the reason why I asked him where he from, he made it clear because like when it came out to Chirac Bands, a lot of people get the idea that because of the way he rapping his sound and shit, he's from out west.
So I did see that. I seen that, and it's like, okay, people think that because he did leave a part out, so I'm glad I'm here. At one point in our life, we really did used to be out west. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
Oh,
we stayed out west too. You know what I'm saying? So he left that part out. Like at one point we did stay out west. So when we stayed out west, we really had got involved where we stayed, like, with them. That's growing them. You feel me? Shout out them. They on 13th and Fairfield. You feel me? Do your homework. Do some research on them. They definitely the guys. You feel me? And then we used to be on Lake and Pulaski. You know what I'm saying? My old man, he had a restaurant right there. So we used to always hang in the restaurant, and then we had ended up getting cool with them. It was like the people who we was renting the restaurant from, they own all the stores right there. So we had ended up getting cool with them. So that was like, he really ain't from out west, but it's like we did live out west too, and we know a lot of out west people.
yeah. And just to put it out there, Bands was was fried in that interview. So
Oh yeah.
so he probably forgot to mention that. Like it ain't like he tried to keep it a secret now, just to put that out.
Yeah, no, because if you pay attention, all his videos from when he first started rapping back then, mostly all of them was like a lot of them was on the west side. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so that's where the Out West assumption came from.
Yeah. That's where the out west assumption probably came from. Like, I don't know why, but people always had thought that. And then what it was too is when bro really had first started rapping, we was probably staying out west. You know what I'm saying? That yeah, it was because I think everything kicked off at like 2012. And yeah, we were staying out west. We were staying on 16th in California. You know what I'm saying? And then we were just going back to the block. You know what I'm saying? But because our people always stay on 65th and Stony. So it's nothing to go to the block. If it's a building right here, we can go sleep in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So.
And was Lil Ron ever out there too? Because
Lil Ron used to be out there too, but not as heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like this was the part that I'm talking about now. This was before Ron had came in the picture. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
this was before Ron had came. Ron came shortly after. But the last video that we shot out west was with bands. That was that is the way that it go. And Ron came to that. That was like the end of when we stopped kind of like, you know, we had kind of like just start back like, I don't know, we were still hanging out west, but we would still be back east too. We just be back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's a nice way to put it. All right, for sure. One ask next one, Nick.
Yeah, I got one. So Wala, like Bands was like saying in the interview, or like he told us to my associate, he said that you a rapper, but like I'm not gonna lie, like I always think of you as like a label CEO or like a manager first. So it's like